All right, y'all, listen up. Normally, I don't chime in to a lot of things that are going on social media because everybody has an opinion. So, but I'm definitely wanting to chime in on this simply because I was asked what is my opinion, right? A friend of mine reached out to me, asked me, said, "What do you think about uh, the Bishop Wooten and the Jamal Bryant and his wife situation?" So I looked into it. I heard about it. I actually had dinner last night with my wife and some friends, and we was talking about the issue and everything. But this is what I want to say. I am definitely not a fan of Brother Jamal Bryant. There's been a lot of controversial things that he has said. I found them to be out of pocket. I found them to be not in alignment with Scripture. All of that. Excuse the background. I'm in the airport right now. I'm on a flight headed to the East Coast. But this is the thing: the dress that Jamal Bryant wife wore when they went out, he made it clear he bought the dress. He felt, as a man, that's his wife, and he liked the dress. He wanted to see his wife in the dress. We all know that Jamal Bryant is a controversial pastor, um, and so for him, it's his wife. He wanted her to wear the dress. They went out. Now, the question to me was, do I agree with what Bishop Wooten said as it relates to calling Jamal Bryant wife a $2 whore? He said, not me, he said, by Jamal Bryant buying the dress for his wife, he presented her as like a $2 whore. Um, so the question was posed to me, what do I think about Bishop Wooten's response to Jamal Bryant and his wife? Now, let me tell you something about Bishop Wooten. Mighty man of God. I've listened to his sermons, powerful, mighty man of God. I love his work, love his ministry, love what he's doing. But as it relates to calling another man's wife out or calling that man out about his wife is out of order. It's out of order. So I was asked what I thought about it. He's definitely out of order. There's been times where my wife and I have gone out and she has worn something or getting dressed, and I'd be like, "Nah, babe, that ain't it right there." And sometimes she try to buck, but most of the time she'd be like, "Okay, yeah, you're right." She'll look in the mirror and she'll go and put something else on because it's appropriate for that particular outing, And in this situation, this man brought the dress for her, so it's totally different. He brought it and he knew what it would look like on her when she put it on. He like, okay, that's a go. Let's go out. And they went out and everything, and it caused many people, especially people in the church, to actually uh, reply, comment, all of these different things. And again, I would never disrespect another man regarding his wife and say that she looks like a $2 whore. Like, come on, man. That's not even appropriate to sound an alarm from a pulpit to say something like that. So when it was asked to me, what do I think as it relates to Bishop Wooten? Is he wrong? Is he right? I think he's wrong. And I love Bishop Wooten. Never personally met him. Like the work that he does. I definitely am not in agreement with a lot of the stuff that Jamal Bryant says and does. But in this situation, I'm definitely going to go to bat as it relates to the man's wife. No other man, godly man, non-godly man, has the right to put a label on another man's wife. So that to me was definitely out of order, and that's the question that was asked of me. And so I am entitled to my own opinion. And so my opinion, Bishop Michael Barrett's opinion, is that it was out of order for another man to make such a remark regarding this man's wife. Now, what do I think about the dress? Um, I wouldn't put my wife in that because, number one, as a man of God, as a woman of God, I already know the controversy that it's going to cause. And I don't want to give people something that they can take and run with. A lot of times that's what the enemy wants. He wants some things to attack the man of God, attack the woman of God, and oh, look at them. You know, I mean, you can't listen. the men and women of God, Bishop Wooten, Jamal, Bryant, myself, we're all under a microscope. And the moment you do something, the people are going to say, "Oh, look what she did! Look what they did! Look what he did!" So I know what that looks like. I've had people comment on things that I've done, or my wife and I, places we've been, and things like that. So I know what that looks like. I know what that feels like. I was just last night. My wife and I were at dinner for her birthday with a good friend of ours, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. And if you follow her, or you know who I'm talking about, she just had some controversy with a dress that she wore to a rapper's. I guess it was a party, or maybe a party or a release party. I don't know what it was. But people ask me, hey, how you got, Dr. Bryant, that's a friend of yours, why she wearing that type of dress? Hey, listen, she's a woman. She's a woman. She's not a first lady. She's not a married woman. And that's something that she wants to put on. That's on her. Would I put my wife in that and take her out? No. My wife would wear something like that in the bedroom. Would be lovely. But I wouldn't allow my wife to go out in public with that on. Why? She's a first lady. She's married. But for somebody that's not married, not a first lady, that's up to them. That's between them and God. It has nothing to do with me, nothing to do with you either. There's some things that you may wear or not wear, people think is appropriate or not appropriate. So no matter what, I'm in the airport, you guys, and I told you it's very noisy. So no matter what you do, no matter what you put on, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, you always are going to have somebody to criticize you, critique what you do, what you say. But my thing is, what you do, as long as you please God, at the end of the day, it's not going to matter what other people's opinion is. So again, I was asked, what do I think? And I'm giving my opinion. God bless you. My wife is not here because I'm in the airport. We try to tap her in, but it just didn't come through. Her video didn't come through the feed. Maybe it's the internet here in the airport. Not sure, but just wanted to give you that. Listen, God bless you, and stay tuned for what we got next. God bless you.